Supposedly, these strings can make my overly bright instrument sound warmer and bolder. Let's find out. Hey, it's Marika, your violin friend, and in this video, I will be reviewing the D'addario Kaplan AMO Strings. I received these strings as part of an online promotion where D'addario gave out full sets of their strings for musicians to try, and I was very excited to try this because these are the AMO strings, which are supposed to help my instrument sound warmer. So let me just read this description to you. The Kaplan AMO strings provide warmth, richness, and flexibility for brighter instruments. You could also choose the Kaplan Vivo strings, and those deliver brilliance, clarity, and a robust feel for darker instruments. D'addario really got me at warm because my childhood instrument is one, of course, that I love. I have lots of good feelings about it, but it's a little too bright for me, and sometimes the sounds from the instrument start veering into tinny, harsh ranges, or maybe that's just me. But anyways, I'm interested to see if these strings can make my instrument sound a little warmer. So let's go ahead and find out. So I thought it would be good to start with a playthrough just to let you know how my instrument sounds before I change the strings. You might be curious that right now on this violin are dominants, and I'm pretty sure this is a Parastro E. Confession, I haven't changed the strings on this instrument in a long time. Let me just give you a listen. I don't know how much of the over brightness you'll notice on video, but let's just give it a try. I will be playing the Veracini Jig from Sonata in D minor, Opus 2, number 7. This is actually something I'm working on. It's from the Suzuki Book 5. Sample of how this instrument sounds. It's a great student instrument. It served me well as a youngster, but I've always wanted to make it just a little warmer. So let's go see how these Kaplan AMO strings work out. All right, so let's go ahead and change the strings on this instrument. I'm gonna go slowly and carefully, particularly because I had fine tuners placed on this instrument. My youngest son plays the violin, and he's been using this instrument, and for his ease we put a full set of fine tuners. So I've never changed strings on fine tuners like this, so I'm going to go slowly and carefully and try not to break anything. So yeah, let's give this a try. My teacher, Russell, who is a highly skilled violinist and performer, told me make sure you just do it one at a time. How bad could this go? I'm no luthier here. I'm trying. I thought this would be a good opportunity to clean my instrument. I like the packaging on this. I'm a sucker for packaging. There's the E. All right, so I'm in the middle of doing this string installation, and I'm learning a few things. So first of all, the bottom of the E string is like a black thread. That green stripe I'm talking about, yours truly, it's not a stripe, it's the little plastic thingy that goes over the bridge. I learn something new every day, so I'm never gonna stop learning. Though I make lots of mistakes, I'm not gonna stop learning. I think if I had to do it over, I would have definitely started with the G string. All right, so I'm halfway through. I've got the G string in, and it was a little tougher to get through the little slits on the fine tuner. I had to ask my husband, who's much more mechanical than myself, to help me get that ball end in there, but it's there and the G string is in tune. Oh, yay.
Many unbearable hours later.
Well, I'm back and all 4 strings have safely been installed and I didn't break anything. So small victories, right? Small victories. And it's been about 4 days since I've installed the strings. Now, according to D'addario's customer service, which by the way, 2 thumbs up, wonderful customer service, fast response time, helpful and kind. His recommendation was to wait 3 days because these strings, these AMO strings, do settle in quickly. And so at 4 days, I think we're good to go. Now, 2 things to keep in mind as we begin our test. And one, it is the middle of winter right now, and as much as I try, it is difficult to maintain a constant humidity in this room. Number 2, this is a student quality instrument. I've mentioned before that this violin is overly bright, and so my expectations with this being a student instrument is, do the AMO strings do what they say? Will it make this instrument warmer? Will it improve the sound of my instrument? Let's find out. I'm keeping my expectations in check because of the 2 things that I've mentioned. But like I said, I'm excited and I'm optimistic. Let's give it a roll. Before I remove the old strings, I did a before playthrough. So now we're just gonna do an after playthrough. And I was playing Veracini Jig from Suzuki Book 5. Pleasantly surprised. I'm impressed. This instrument, she got a glow up. She got a glow up. Like, this is really good. I am very, just first impressions, I am very, very pleased. Wow. Anyways, I'm liking what I hear. The more I play on these strings, the more I'm liking this. Let's wrap this up and go ahead and I'll give you my final review. We have reached the final thoughts section of this video, and this is the section I think viewers are most interested in. Let's get back to our original question, and that is, do these D'addario Kaplan AMO strings do what they say they do? And the short answer is yes. They absolutely do. Now let's break it down according to the product description on their website. First characteristic of the AMO strings is neutral to nuance. I definitely noticed an improvement in sound on my violin. Once we took out those old strings that desperately needed to be changed, but once we took those off and I put the AMO strings on this instrument, I noticed sound with much more character and much more flavor. I'm not sure that those sounds were conveyed in the video in my before and after playthroughs, because I don't think the microphone quite captures those characteristics, that essence of sound, but I could hear it. This instrument has kind of like a glow up. It sounds better. It sounds like it's got a little bit more character to it, a little bit more sass. So those are the words I'm trying to use to describe that change and that improvement in sound. And 2, this is the one I was most interested in. Do these AMO strings make my bright instrument more bold and more warm? Absolutely yes. Aside from being a very bold sound, the instrument is warmer. Now, would I like it a little warmer? Yes, but once again, I've tempered my expectations based upon the quality of this student instrument. But yes, the violin is warmer, and this is the warmest I've heard it in many years, and so I am very pleased. Number 3, D'addario says these strings have a flexible response. Once again, yes. When I had the bow to the string, there was no lag time. There was an immediate response, and I didn't feel like I had to work all that hard to get this instrument to sing. Next characteristic is a quick break-in period. Once again, yes, and we talked about that earlier in this video. The D'addario customer service rep said 3 days, I tested it 4, and the instrument was ready to go. Now, do I think that the instrument will continue to improve in the next days, in the next week? Yes, absolutely. But at 4 days, it was already delivering a beautiful, warm sound and it absolutely broke in quickly. The last characteristic is enhanced projection. Once again, yes, the instrument sounds louder and bolder and definitely more projection. The student instrument, along with the AMO strings, I think would be perfect for a student who maybe intermediate, advancing student that really wanted to project. Maybe if they were playing a solo or a solo recital and you really wanted to have that bold projected sound, I think these strings would be absolutely great for that. So one thing I wanted to show you is that this student violin, while it is a full size, is actually on the petite side. It's smaller than a lot of full size instruments. And yet with these strings, boy, is it giving a booming projected sound. And I give credit to the brand new AMO strings on this instrument. So all in all, do the AMO strings do what they say they do? 100% yes, it absolutely does. And I'm very pleased with sampling these strings. I'm very pleased with trying them out. Highly recommended. And D'addario, thank you for the free sample. This is the best this instrument has sounded in a long time. So that is it for this video. I thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment down below. I'd also like to know your favorite strings and I'd like to know what people out there are using. So comment down below on your favorite string set, and I will see you in my next video. With that, bye-bye. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching.